difficult for the Visage to farm into?
No, I don't think
No.
you can. I think the lane's going to be okay for Visage. It's just, yeah, in mid-game, the cursing on the Visage, the familiars kind of kill him himself. It's until Visage gets, like, Aghanim's or some type of, like, silence, like Orchid maybe, perhaps. I've seen, like, the Ags Orchid build a couple times on those mids, and then you can flank and find the Wyvern constantly. But, yeah, Excalibur, he has to just be careful where he keeps his familiars constantly inside fights. And, yeah, let's see how this one goes. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, we've got some fantastic lineups here to clash against each other. Into the Breach versus Team Bold Reborn, of course, lower bracket. Loser of the series, that is that. The winner will get to go on and play against the Goon Squad in the next stage of the lower bracket.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel like Excalibur should do just fine, because you have a pretty decent base damage advantage, too. You can constantly slow. Wyvern still farms, of course, with the spam from Splinter, but Excalibur should have a pretty good time. And let's see what Mr. Gork's going to be able to do, because looking at the Aghanim's potential for this game, it's quite good. Versus Death Prophet, versus Wyvern, versus Bristle, reduce that healing, of course, on them. Could definitely be very nice once he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, right? On paper, Team Bold, they've got a pretty good combination of ways to deal with the Bristleback.
Yeah, they've got the good burst. They've got the Witch Doctor. They've got the break. So they're gonna have BKB piercing disable from Gork and the heal reduction, of course. So yeah, let's see.
See if we get any action here around this bounty room.
He got it. Otaker takes it.
He was able to click it before he gets pulled back in by the hook.
So Gork does get his mana restored still from the hook.
Oh, they're gonna get all four.
Oh boy.
Unless Bangan can put a stop to this. He doesn't want him to get it. Get the deny. Yeah, okay, nice. There we go. Bangan able to save themselves from being 4 bounty ruined at the start. We'll deny one of them.
And yeah, let's see how these lanes all do play out. They both already have Styx bottom playing versus the Bristle. They can opt for sidekick relatively early to try to sustain versus the spam that's going to come out. They might actually have to, because it is a lot of spam that comes from these two.
And top. I mean, how much do you rate the kill potential of Gorg plus Bang in this game against the two of Into the Breach?
It's very high. The thing is, of course, Siphon. Once the level 2 Siphon comes out, they probably can't go for Jibe, but before that, they definitely can kill at level 1 and 2. First wave's looking good for Into the Breach. Bristle able to get 7 of the 8. And Supreme doing good in that mid matchup to start out. All right, hook under tower. No rot to follow. Still level 1s. Now they are 2 at least on Pudge. Ari has a tree grab, so could potentially, maybe if they get a grab on someone, it is a kill. But Into the Breach playing careful. And bottom, I like the way they're playing this lane though. They're just shoving it under the tower. They don't care that they're pushing the lane out at all.
See, we're now in the mid with the level 3. Let's see how much Supreme is able to push back against Excalibur with the Arctic Burn. Oh, Bangin. Slightly low. It's good harassment here from Into the Breach, keeping both Bangin and Gorg rather low in this top lane.
These side lanes have massive kill potential on both sides. If Jibe hits 3 and he has 2 points in Siphon, they probably can't ever come in for kills even with Maledict. Unless they get him under tower or something crazy, but so might not actually get that window to go for any kills up there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Slow CS for Gorg up top.
Yeah.
It's not having an easy time stepping up.
Ooh, they almost missed the flag creep.
Close to the level 3s. And we might see them try and push for an attempt.
Jibe did only put the 1 in Siphon, so. They could still perhaps go for the kill with level 2 Maledict since he does not have. They don't know that he doesn't have level 2 Siphon though. Until he nukes.
On bottom, Zip Zapper and Pablo.
Ooh.
Getting very, very low to the Quill Spray spam. And Taker still with 2 mangoes to play with in this lane. He's consistently got the ability to just throw out this damage and keep Zip Zapper and Pablo at bay.
It's such a strong lane with the 2 of them here. He's just constantly, every time CM uses those spells, gives a little bit extra.
Getting in underneath the tower now, Taker. Notices there's not too much that Zip Zapper and Pablo can really do aggressively against him.
Oh, they do get this bushwhack, but tower's on the creep.
He's going to try and jump in. With the sidekick heal, keeping the 2 of them alive, but only just. Still so low down here, Pablo and Zip Zapper.
Oh, Taker's really just abusing the CM aura. The fact that it's 2x when he's 1200, just pushing the limits of how much he can spam onto them. But Zip Zapper is able to at least farm these under the tower. But yeah, free farm for all 3 lanes at the moment. Quiet start, even though there is so much kill threat on those side lanes. Ooh, top, Ari.
Got the setup. Cask with a hook.
He's looking to go for a kill. Ari's turning it.
Trying to get the toss back onto Bengen. Looks like Bengen in a whole world of trouble. That will be the first blood for Into the Breach. Ari to claim it.
Ooh, ideal. Ari gets it, so he's kind of the main one that I was looking for to be active in playmaking. He's gonna have super early boots to be able to move around. Could even look to set up onto mid. As we said, it's eyes on the curse when it comes out, and where the familiar is gonna be.
Bottom lane, just the free farm continuing here for Otaker. Just haven't been able to do enough to slow down the Bristle here in the laning stage into the breach. Getting a very nice safe lane setup.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like that 1 point CM aura, 1.2 mana regen, he just really able to harass the 2 of them too much. Pablo now looking to make moves. Maybe trying to time it with Excalibur's level 6. Supreme does get it first though. Toss back top.
Nice hook from Gorg. Keeps Bengen safe.
See who gets what. If the rune does spawn, I mean, either way, there's no one checking it for Supreme. So, yeah, Team Ball able to get that one easily. Arcane Rune top, Excalibur just kills it. Bottom. He's got no friend. No one to jump off of.
Yep,
Lots
this
of wand.
time round. I mean, Otaker's definitely going to keep chasing this. They've got the frostbite. They'll catch Zip Zapper, take him out. Now
Vanguard already.
to-
They're bullying so much down here.
Being able to pick up these kills in the lane.
Oh,
Also losing Courier top lane. Gorg. Oh, my goodness. He's lucky to get out of that one. The tree toss nearly killing him.
I cannot believe that he actually survives.
Yeah,
So low, but they might still go. They do have another set of combo on the Tiny. He has a Mango at the ready.
There might be some backup to come in. They'll put the Maledict off. Bengen. It's a good cast. It's a very, very good cast there. Bounces will allow them to get the kill. The heal as well. Bengen, he's keeping Gorg alive, or at least trying his best. It's not enough, though. The Siphon from Zibe finishes the kill.
Bottom.
So at the same time, an attempt being made onto a Taker. They've got the rebound. They've got the kill. They'll actually be able to take him out on the other side of the map. So both side lanes losing their carry. And meanwhile, in the mid lane,
Mid. Solo kill.
Supreme goes down. I can imagine this was sort of around the level 6.
So you saw the tip happen when the bottom dive was happening?
Yeah.
That's because Supreme cursed Excalibur with the birds on him. Excalibur was just fine. And then Supreme wasn't careful. He stepped up versus the Visage.
That's a big play for Excalibur in the mid.
I mean, massive, really.
Yeah.
And now they can even maybe get another
They've got the
Supreme.
rotation. And he's got to step back. Soul Assumption keeping him low.
Bot tower. Looks like they're trying to just finish this one up. Ari's even playing around here. Zip Zapper. He's got creeps to rebound off after, so it should be okay, but the tower's gone. 7 minutes, 50 seconds in.
Still in terms of the farm game, it's going to be a bit of a catch-up needed from Gorg. He's had the roughest time in CS here in the laning stage.
Yeah, he's got only the one hard camp, I believe, stacked and a small camp. While on the other side, the Bristleback has heavy stacks that have been coming out from the Crystal Maiden. That Ancient on the Radiant side is like 3x or 4x. So Bristle going to be well and truly enabled while Gork is going to be on the recovery. The two supports, though, as we've seen from Team Bald, incredibly active in their previous series, likely to do similar to try to bail this out. But Into the Breach, very similar with their two supports. They're bringing a +1 Zip Zappers here.
Team Bald, they've got a lot. They've got a lot here to ready to try and take this fight. With the Bushwhack over onto the Death Prophet, they're trying to go for Jibei. Jibei's already got the siphons off. They're focusing him down. Zip Zapper will fall. Can they? Do they have the damage to kill Jibei? They do not. With the ghosts out, Jibei takes out the two of them. Look at a chase for more. Gets a third here as he kills off Pablo underneath the tower. Team Bot, they try and turn up for a fight, but it becomes an easy one for Into the Breach to turn around. You know, just teaming up around their incredibly strong Death Prophet. Jibei cleaning up the kills. Also able to get some damage here onto this tier 1 top. Might just be able to push over towards the edge. Fortification does come out. There's a huge amount of gold XP there going towards Jibei.
They're able to distance them off of Jibei. He gets a couple siphons, and then there's just no way they kill him. Excalibur even losing a bird now as he attempts to go for the CM. Gork, he's still level 5 was the other thing, too. He doesn't even have the bite to be able to contribute into that fight. And now it's Bald. They had the number advantage and still couldn't go for it.
They did that. They're going to try and go again, Team Bald.
Yeah, he's still got 2 siphon charges ready.
He's going to get the setup there, Pablo. Ari, avalanche onto the 3 of them, making space here for Jibei to back off. Can't quite get the catch there, Team Bald.
And he's pretty much going to have Aether Lens done, so breaking that siphon is going to be even harder than it already was. Huge play for Into the Breach. 3K lead. Look at these stacks. Holy moly. This Bristol's going to get an Aghanims very quickly once he gets to that triangle. Team Bald, they got to get something kind of going their way. They're starting to fall really, really far behind on 2 cores.
Finally have the 6 here, Gorg.
Just a bit too much pressure coming out from Into the Breach, and it's all pressure that it's just making so much space for Otaker. Set up for success. They do already see bottom. This ward that they have placed deep in the lane. Actually, 2 wards. They even see Pablo rotating in. Always on the hunt, Ari. 3 CS on this Tiny. He's always looking to make plays. And Kadaro, again, as we said, another stack. So like 5x Ancient stack. Team Ball, they can't really go into that triangle and contest either because of how these lanes have gone. It's a bit awkward for them. They're going to need some type of successful fight with the 2 supports in the mid to take the tower if they want to even attempt to go into that Ancient area versus Bristle.
Making a move on Jibei seems pretty impossible. The Exorcism's back online.
Don't recommend it. With Lens as well, like
yeah.
He's just going to stick on you with siphons. Unless they 100-0 him before anything else turns up. Which, I mean, they do have a possibility with Hoodwink ult.
They're going to try and fight Team Bald.
Let's see.
Ending up here with the 4 of them, Ari.
He's banging.
Trying to start things, but does kind of split off to the side. They've got the Maledict in, along with the hit. Should be a fair bit of damage. Not
Should
enough to kill him, though. We'll just keep him low.
Unless Gork lands the hook.
Oh.
Oh.
He actually wants to get out of here. They don't want to fight this Team Bald. They want to just leave this area, let the tier 1 go.
Yeah,
get gold farm elsewhere.
Get me away from Death Prophet is what that sounded like. But now, again, they sweep back up.
I mean, the 2 supports, they're ready to go for some action, and they will find it. They'll pick off Ari. Banging and Pablo.
They do reveal the ward, but they even get another kill. Mid lane, Zip Zapper. Can maybe turn this into the tower push, too, that they do need. No, they can't. Now Bristle, Otaker, is going to work on those stacks, so he's going to be able to finish them up before Team Bald contests.
There's another time, though, Supreme getting caught in this mid area.
Yep.
And sort of keeping his game held back and on par with Excalibur. Both mids getting just the same amount out of the game so far in net worth.
Look at this smoke from the supports.
Oh, that's Bengen and Pablo. They're ready to create quite a nuisance here.
Uh-oh. Things are awkward now.
But now can they get out? Kadara's going to head for them. Bengen's going to lay down the ward. Bengen's just going to straight up kill Kadara. Pablo does die. The supports, they do both fall.
I mean, they're bold. You know, I like the bold move of them just running in and attempting with 2 supports, but yeah, quickly get turned on. Jibe still has Exorcism active too. Might be able to turn it into a slight push mid for a second. He's a little scared though. Marcy Visage. Look at the sidekick bird.
Ari's wrapping around for the side. He's going to get the toss on to Excalibur. Excalibur falls. They just cannot kill Jibe quick enough. The curse being used to hold Zip Zapper in position. Pablo throws out a bushwhack to hold back Otake Gorg with the hook. Doing his best to get Zip Zapper back to safety.
Ari with the flank, beautifully done. You can see the damage from the familiar with the sidekick was adding up on DP, but Ari, yeah, just closes the gap, gets him right on top of him. 5K lead. This Tiny having a phenomenal game. Always in the right place at the right time. Halfway to Aghanims on Otaker too, so we haven't even seen the Bristle really show up yet, and it's been pretty dominant for Into the Breach.
I mean, for Team Bold, what should they sort of be looking towards? You know, anything coming up soon?
They can still look to play around the Visage. He's got the Vlads done, and they always have these sidekicks. Maybe wait for the 12, I guess, on the Familiar, so they're a little bit stronger. They're far from any other real item timings. The BKBs are super far away. Gork very far from his Aghanims if he wants to.
See if they can catch Excalibur here. Ari trying to get the setup. Good stuns come out with the Familiar to hold back his attempts. And Team Bold are starting to swing down here. See, Zip Zapper for the setup. Gets on top of Supreme. Supreme would try and save himself here with a cold embrace. But there's going to be just a free setup for the hit to come in from the Hoodwink. We'll see Kadara stand his ground with the ultimate. Take out Zip Zapper. Maybe look for more as Ari looks to chase. On top of Excalibur. Pablo can hold them back, but Ari avalanche onto the 2 of them. Siphon onto Excalibur, but he's still got the movement speed to step back far enough. Pablo, seeing if he can get the setup in return to attempt to turn this. Gorg's going to opt to dismember Otaker for now, but Otaker's very tanky. Gorg turns with a hook to Kadaro. But Gorg in trouble as Otaker on top of him takes him out. The Soul Assumption does finish Kadaro, but Team Bold, they'll lose a 3rd heroes into the breach. Overall, just proving to be a bit too beefy to punch through. Otaker certainly proving to be a real struggle to deal with as the Bristle at this point. 8K net worth on him.
Nice dodge there from Jibe. That's them attempting to fight because I guess like Exorcism's down, so they're really trying to push the issue to find something there, and they can't find much at all. They get turned on. And now Exo's back up, and Otaker, after showing up to that fight, after these Ancients, Aghanims is going to be done, so he'll be in every single one of the fights upcoming. Team Bald.
He's huge.
Starting to look pretty difficult for them to have any recovery. They have recovered before in these type of positions, but Gork in a very difficult position to catch up. Sure, he's farming up this Aghanims and all that. It's going to take some time, but he still is going to have no armor. He's going to be a Pudge with like 2 armor at bottom.
Excalibur getting caught a little too far out on his own this time.
Yeah. Road to recovery will be incredibly difficult. Like we said, yeah, Gork, sure, even if he gets his Ags, I'm still super worried because of his armor. He's just going to get hit for 200, 300 plus damage from this Bristleback each time. 3 armor Pudge, doesn't matter how tanky you are in HP.
A very solid play so far from Into the Breach. All 3 cores becoming quite the nightmare to deal with. You know, Supreme, we've seen him be caught a few times. But outside of that, you know, Jibe and Otaker, you know, Jibe not dying at all, Otaker only dying the once. Very, very tough heroes for Team Bold to take down.
Yeah, and in the Breach, this top lane in particular just dominated so hard, right? Ari near Blink Dagger with phase boots. Jibe, we've already talked about how excellent his game has been. And now, yeah, they have that big item timing. So Team Bald, relatively close to at least the 1 BKB on the Marcy. But does feel like any of these upcoming fights, or even just a Roche that they force on Into the Breach, might be unable to contest from Team Bald.
Let's have a look. Smoke up here as they're on the hunt. See if they can get this sort of setup onto Pablo, but Pablo, he'll be out of the way in time.
Setting up the area for Roche, though. Bristle plus Exorcism, they can easily bring this one down, and they have good ways to catch outside of it. Just need some vision. Team Bald, though, they seem to know that that might be happening. Smoking up.
Pick up with the smoke.
Can't catch anything here. The hook, okay.
Oh, this is a solid way to start it. They get the bushwhack off as well, but the curse is out. It's going to catch the three of them. Still the sharp shot, not going to quite connect. Goes through the midst of them all. Gorg trying to stay up on top of Jibbe, but Jibbe protected by the cold embrace. Gorg goes down as well as Zip Zapper. Team Bold, they're having to run. But Ari, Otaka, Supreme, and Jibbe, they're in with the chase on top of Excalibur.
Oh, what a curse, Supreme. They almost have the burst, but the curse comes out, and I don't believe Pablo can release the sharpshooter because he's taunted. So can't even go for it onto Jibbe. Perfect setup, and it's right around Roche. The dream for Into the Breach.
Very, very smooth so far. Again, this fight, they try and deal with the Death Prophet in time, but they just can't.
Yeah, look at the curse. Look at Pablo. He just can't move. Maybe could have gotten Jibbe at the least if they do get the connection. But yeah, Supreme. Beautifully done. 9K lead. The three cores of Team Bald looking quite fragile at the moment, especially Gork. Uh-oh. Gork.
Well, gonna show himself on the mid-wave. Immediate toss back there from Ari. He needs help. He needs it now. Zip Zapper tries to jump in to help out. But Gorg goes down. Zip Zapper, there's no way out for him either.
It's looking rough.
Two more dead. Into the breach. Continuing to roll ahead here. 10K lead, just 19 minutes in.
Winning all the fights, even without the Exorcism. Winning the fights with Exorcism. Team Bald can't get anything going their way. They're even going to lose the little stack that they do have. Going to get taken away. As Bristle, soon approaching a BKB as well. He is about to have double the net worth of the Pudge.
No, he's massive. How on earth do they deal with Otaka at this point? Pablo is trying to sneak around in the trees, but Supreme is on the hunt. Bushwhack, though, holds Supreme back in time to allow Pablo to TP away.
I guess now for Team Bald, it's just like you kind of have to split push and avoid fights for quite some time. But even then, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna, even when they get the Aghanim Pudge, as I was mentioning, it's like he's still gonna be so squishy, so fragile in fights. Zip Zapper is gonna have to do so much as this like level 12 Marcy when he has BKB. Because yeah, Gork just gonna really struggle to have much of an impact. And they're playing fast. They still have this ward down. Ari, always on the hunt.
They just can't get anywhere near Otaka and Jibbe.
Top, they might be able to get Supreme here. They actually
He's
have
on
all
his
three
own.
heroes. He is very... Oh!
Try and guess for his positioning. He's a little
They got
further up
bird.
the tree line.
But
Excalibur
into the breach.
should
The
be able to
squad's
find
coming.
him. And deep backup's on its way for Supreme. As Supreme turns, holds back Zip Zapper with the curse, and yeah, Team Bolt, they know they have to bail on this one. Not able to take the kill quick enough. So we catch Ari with the bushwhack. Maybe they can get the tiny in return, but that also looks like it's going to be too much of a challenge for them. They won't be able to kill Ari. They'll lose Gorg as well. Otaka cleaning up both of them. As Team Bolt, the rest of the three have to continue to run. No
Ari
fight to
more.
be had here. And he'll find it. Ari in with the avalanche toss on towards Pablo. Otaka runs him down. Triple kill for the carry Bristle.
So much damage he's able to do. Each hit was chunking over 200 HP of that Pudge because of that low armor. And yeah, I mean, it was the small window they had to potentially get the Wyvern, but that tier 1's still up. All three tier 1s actually still up. Further side of Into the Breach.
This is looking very solid so far from Into the Breach.
Look at Otaka. He is not afraid at all.
He just
anymore.
goes
By
where he
himself.
wants. He is massive. Absolutely massive hit. They may have some sort of abilities to kind of threaten the Bristle, but with this sort of a lead, with this amount of farm, I don't know if there's enough sort of abilities under the sun to take down the Bristle back at this stage when he's this far ahead of you.
No, definitely. And they have other core issues as well, of course. The Wyvern and the Death Prophet have been total menaces. Supreme is about to have Aghanims too, so he's about to hit his peak timing. Just watching Bengen down here, I'm like, is he gonna go for an attempt on like a solo? I mean, they're definitely probably feeling pretty desperate, so. Taker just confidently charging through by himself, sweeping through these jungles. Look at bottom. They still keep trying for Supreme.
Well, they know that he's been around it sometimes on his own. He'll drop the curse to stop Bang and getting out. And Kadara might see if he can find Pablo along the tree line. He's got the ward out on him. See Pablo try to sort of project himself to safety with the ultimate, but Kadaro, he'll simply drop his own, take out Pablo, both supports dead on Team Bold.
And they get mid-tower with the Exorcism. Into the breach, full stride hit.
Yeah, very few mistakes being made for them here. Yep. Full ags on Supreme. 24 minutes in, 16k lead. Getting everything done necessary here so far. And Team Bold just struggling to slow it down in any way.
They're getting everything done, and they're just massively slowing down Team Bold. Again, the Pudge, we saw last game Pleb, he struggled. Of course, quite a bit more than Gork did, but kind of a similar story. Gork 1-6 after that laning phase, after they just unable to kill that Death Prophet a couple times. The game just becomes totally impossible for them. All right, looks like they're going to smoke up. What item timing? I guess it was the BKB on the Marcy that they got. And he has Brigand's Blade. So high damage from this level 12 Marcy, but incredibly underleveled. I think the supports on the side of Into the Breach are probably soon level 12. Yeah, 17k gold lead, but the experience lead is actually far more substantial. Ooh.
I'll find Excalibur.
Farewell.
We're getting back to the base for him. Very much getting to a point where if you step outside of the base into the breach, will find you and kill you.
Wyvern will just solo kill anybody he does find if he gets a curse on them. Zip Zapper.
He might find Zip, yeah. He's going to find Zip Zapper here. Supreme.
I mean, he can keep hunting. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. Doesn't keep going.
He's going to live another day here, Zip Zapper.
Another day of pain. 18 Bristleback now. Max Warpath. Even more damage. Gork, though, he's got the Ags. Now he just desperately needs some armor. By the Wraith, man.
Maybe they can play for some sort of high ground hook. But even then, it's, you look at Into the Breach's heroes. They're not heroes that mind being sort of finding themselves beyond the tier 3s.
Yep.
Especially Jibe and Otaka. They'll happily take the fight right into the base of Team Bold with the amount of farm they have.
Otaka would love to be hooked in.
Yeah, he'll just charge in.
His team will just follow up immediately with Blink Daggers and with Wyvern flying in, so. Yeah, the level's really telling the tale as well as that gold lead. The CM level 12. Gork has just hit level 12 as well, too. No mercy from Into the Breach today. The gem even picked up a few moments ago. Octarine finished on Jibe. Not giving pretty much any opportunity for Team Ball to have any vision to catch any of these heroes that are by themselves.
Maybe a slightly longer Roshan respawn, 2 minutes.
Oh, and look, this Bristle has an SNY and a Cloak of Flames now. He is going to just literally kill everybody and, yeah, be unkillable. He's just going to walk right through him.
Team Ball's trying to go for a fight here. Around the pit, but Jibe pops the BKB, same for Otaka. They'll go straight towards the squishies first, take out Bengen. Look towards Zip Zapper. Zip Zapper trying to stay on top of Ari and get the kill. They will get it, but they're losing so many in return. The three-man curse there from Supreme, locking them down. Gorg will fall. They'll call it. They've had enough. GG. As this game one, not close at all. Into the breach. They turn up. They're a team, as we've heard in the past, very confident in their own abilities. They do not expect to be given any struggle here today against Team Bold. And in this game one, that was certainly the case. It was certainly, there was no Yeah, they knew that this was good. This was smooth. This is what they expect to be being able to achieve if they want to have a chance of going deep here in the lower bracket run. It's the